Hey guys, it's Jason. I am back reviewing another TV show. Well, just the first two episodes of a TV show because the rest haven't come out yet. And what I'm talking about are the first two episodes of the Ahsoka series that just got released this week. Now, just as a heads up, this video is going to contain spoilers, well, some spoilers for the first two episodes, as well as a few episodes of the Clone Wars and Rebels. So, if you have not watched the first two episodes of Ahsoka yet, don't watch this video yet. Watch those episodes first and then come back to this video. It's about Ahsoka Tano, played by Rosiaro Dawson, a former Jedi Knight who is investigating a new threat that could start another war. And she gets the help from a Mandalorian who is also her former apprentice, known as Sabine Wren, played by Natasha Liu Bondizzo, who really hasn't had the best history with Ahsoka in the past. Ahsoka Tano is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I think she's a lot of fun whenever her and Anakin banter back and forth throughout the Clone Wars, as well as seeing her grow more mature as that show progresses. She may not have had the best start with the Clone Wars movie, but she has become a fan favorite throughout the Clone Wars series, and I was honestly happy to finally see Ahsoka in live action when they introduced Rosiaro Dawson as the character in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. She still felt like the character from the Clone Wars and Rebels, well, mostly Rebels, and Rosiaro Dawson did a great job as the character, and I was still looking forward to seeing her own series happen, even though most of these Star Wars shows haven't been the greatest. There are some that I do really like the first two seasons of The Mandalorian, and I do really like Visions. I think that one is a very underrated Star Wars show, but they've also made some shows that should have been amazing but just weren't, like Book of Boba Fett or Obi-Wan Kenobi. But regardless of how those shows turned out, I was still looking forward to Ahsoka getting her own show. I was still excited to watch it, even though the trailers didn't impress me. And now that I've seen these two episodes, I can finally say it's alright. It's not great, it's not terrible, but it's alright. It does admittedly have a few issues from the start. Like, for one, the first episode has a lot of slow moments and a lot of silent moments where characters are just walking or moving around in silence for like 10 minutes just to fill up the runtime. And this episode is like almost an hour long. And that episode was really about reintroducing the characters we've already seen from Rebels and see where they've been doing after the events of that show. And the second episode is about Ahsoka and Hera, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who are trying to return this map that Sabine lost after a Sith droid injured her and stole it from her. And this map that they're trying to use is supposed to lead to both Grand Admiral Thrawn and where he's hiding, and where Ezra Bridger from Star Wars Rebels is supposed to be hiding in. Like, if they're trying to see if he is actually still alive and hiding or if he's really dead. Now, is it me, or does the map in Ahsoka look remarkably like the map from Treasure Planet? I mean, I just couldn't help but think of that, because the map is shaped like a sphere, just like the map from Treasure Planet. You turn parts of it just like the sphere map from Treasure Planet, and once you activate it, it shows certain parts of the galaxies that the characters have to go to, just like in Treasure Planet. Now, there is still some stuff in the show that I like so far. Like, I still really like Rosiaro Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. I still think she's great as the character, and I also really like the music by Kevin Keener, who also did the music for the Clone Wars. And for me, I don't think this show needed much silence or like scenes where characters are in a room with no one talking, because it's really unnecessary filler that can make the pacing drag, and it would make the audience go, God, what time is it? How long is this episode? I need to go to bed. And that is not the feeling you should have when you're watching a Star Wars show, or something Star Wars related. And for me, as a fan of Rebels, it's honestly great to see characters like Sabine and Hera back, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Natasha Liu Bondizzo, and I thought both of them did a really good job as these characters. Although, I'm not a fan with what they're doing with Sabine so far, because she used to be Ahsoka's apprentice, and they had problems in the past, and this season doesn't show a whole lot of what happened to them because I'm pretty sure they're gonna save that for the next few episodes later in the series. And she was trying to learn the ways of the Force from her, and to be honest, it's been a long time since I've seen Rebels, so I really don't remember if there was an episode or a scene where Sabine wanted to become a Jedi instead of a Mandalorian. And her trying to be both a Mandalorian and a Jedi, I don't know if I like that. I think that's kind of a weird combo. I mean, if that's where they really want to go, then okay, I am gonna give it a shot as it continues, but there weren't really any hints that Star Wars Rebels left about Sabine wanting to become a Jedi. Now, again, it has been a few years since I've seen Rebels, and it was around 2018, I believe. That's when the show ended. So I don't remember everything that happened in the final season or throughout the entire series. So if you did rewatch that show recently, please let me know in the comments below if any episode of the show mentioned her wanting to become a Jedi or not. Now, with the new villains that they introduced, they really haven't shown a whole lot about them as characters, but with what they delivered here, I am curious to see how they turn out throughout this series, and I am hoping that they are really good villains. And it's honestly great seeing Ray Stevenson as a villain in a Star Wars project, and I'm curious to see how they'll handle his character throughout the series and how he'll turn out, because Ray Stevenson sadly passed away recently, so I am very curious to see how they'll use his character by the end of this season. The first two episodes were kind of a rocky start because it has some slow moments that felt more like filler, and there was some stuff with Sabine I didn't necessarily like, but it still has great acting from Rosiaro Dawson, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and Natasha Liu Bondizzo as Ahsoka, Sabine, and Hera, and there are some fun action sequences even though there isn't a lot of action, and I'm still curious to see how this show turns out. Now, I'm not going to give this show my grade just yet because it's just the first two episodes, and there's still going to be more throughout the show in the next few weeks until the season finale, so I will give it that grade in my review for the season finale, or in some of the other episodes if I decide to review the next few, but I'm mostly thinking of just reviewing these two episodes and then just waiting to get to the season finale, and then I'll review the entire series and give it my grade. So guys, if you have seen these two episodes, let me know how you feel about them in the comments below. Like, did you love them or did you hate them as much as the other shows? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this review, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing, because it makes my channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you know more of what I am posting. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. However, I'm not a fan with what the show's doing with Sabine so far, because it shows that she used to be Ahsoka's apprentice and they had problems in the past, and this show doesn't hold... Sounded like an ape there.